Hello everyone, welcome to ITLS Academy. In today's lecture, I, Dr. Vinita Gupta, going to present Introduction to Pharmaceutical Industry. Before presenting lecture, I would like to introduce myself. I did PhD in 2014 from King George Medical University, Lucknow. Later, I worked as Young Scientist Fellow in CSIR CMAP, Lucknow. Now takes a look to the background. We all know the benefits of medicine. The pharmaceutical industry aims to produce safe and effective medicines with efficiency and profitability. Once active constituent has been discovered and proven to be medically effective, manufacturers start to produce medicine. Processing of raw materials to isolate active ingredient known as primary production. Their further processing into a final form such as tablet, capsule, injection is known as secondary production. If the molecule is novel, known as new chemical entity. Development of new chemical entity into a licensed medicine is a costly and highly tedious task. Reduction in time cycle from discovery to launch new chemical entity improves the company's profitability. Many companies conduct the early studies on chemical entity for its safety, toxicity, and blood levels. In order to achieve these aims, industry needs experts from different scientific and commercial backgrounds, such as biologists, chemists, engineers, manufacturers, distributors, marketing and sales professionals, etc. Further, education and advanced training is also essential for industry staff through in-house or external courses. To maintain standards, industries involves discipline or authorities related to safety aspects, means the medicine will be beneficial or it will be harmful to the participants, their quality during development and manufacturing, environment, design and maintenance of facility. Industries also need to register products and processes with the regulatory authorities. After registration, any alteration in the specifications can be difficult and time consuming, so it is necessary to be careful with registration processes and quality control system while applying. There are some examples of regulatory authorities from different countries. For example, in UK, the regulatory authority is the Medicines and the Healthcare Products Regulatory Agency, abbreviated as MHRA. FDA, that means Food and Drug Administration, is a regulatory authority of USA. In India, the Central Drugs Standard Control Organization is an executive agency responsible to ensure that medicines and medical devices are acceptably safe. Now we will discuss about the drug development process. First step is discovery and development. In the first step, large number of compounds are screened in which only few are selected on the basis of their promising result. These properties are ADME properties, which stands for absorption, distribution, metabolism, excretion of a novel drug. Second one is mechanism of action, determination of best dosage. Route of drug means they will be given to the participant by orally or intravenously. Their side effects or adverse events or toxicity. Drug effect on different groups of people means by gender, race, ethnicity, by age group, etc. How it interacts with other drugs and treatments. Its effectiveness in comparison to gold standard or with similar drugs. So these are the properties which will screen during the development process. Now, preclinical research. Before testing a drug in people, two types of preclinical research are performed in accordance with good laboratory practices. These are in vitro studies and in vivo studies. Usually, preclinical studies are not very large, but these studies provide information for toxicity and dosing of the drug. Clinical research. Clinical research means trials performed in population. At the timing of designing of clinical study, developers consider what they want to do in different phases of clinical trials. Later, they start the process of investigational new drug process. In the designing of clinical trials, developers decide for the parameters such as inclusion and exclusion criteria of participants, their number in the study, time duration of study, route of drug, dose of drug, what data will be collected, possible outcomes of the study, statistical analysis are the part of this phase. Now, the investigational new drug process. At this time, drug developers, sponsors, or manufacturers submit an IND application to the FDA before beginning clinical research. These include animal study data, manufacturing information, clinical protocols to be conducted, data from prior research, information about the investigators. However, there is a facility for drug developers to ask for help from FDA at any point in the drug development process. Review team. FDA review team consists of experts from different scientific fields such as project manager, medical officers, pharmacologists, statisticians, chemists, and if the product is an antimicrobial product, then microbiologist will focus on the response across different classes of microbes. FDA review team reviews the original IND submission and responds to this application in one of the two ways: by approving clinical trials or by to hold or delay in clinical research process or to stop the investigation for specific reasons. These might be chance of participants exposure to significant risk, untrained investigators, misleading materials, inadequate information in the application. However, clinical hold is rare. FDA often provides comments to improve the quality of clinical trial. The developer this also is important to protect the right of volunteers for a serious side effect seen during the trial. This process is responsible this is the responsibility for developers to inform review team about new protocols and serious side effects seen during the trial. This process continues until the developer decides to end clinical trials or files a marketing application. Before filing an application for marketing, developer must have adequate data from 2 large controlled clinical trials. Clinical research involves phase studies. Phase 1 is performed for safety and dose information for a desired compound. This phase involves around 20 to 100 healthy volunteers or people with specific disease or conditions. Approximately 70% of drugs move to the next phase, that is phase 2, performed for efficacy and side effects. And this phase 2 takes around means from several months to 2 years. Approximately 33% drugs moves to the next phase. Phase 3 performs for efficacy and adverse reactions, and it involves around 300 to 3000 volunteers in a study, and this phase takes from 1 year to 4 years. Finally, around 25 to 30% drugs move to the phase 4 for its safety and efficacy, and in this phase 1000 volunteers are involved in the clinical trial. I would like to introduce about the FDA drug review. If a drug developer has evidence from its early tests and preclinical and clinical research that a drug is safe and effective for the purpose for which it was developed, the company can file an application to market the drug. The FDA review team thoroughly examines all the submitted data in a form of new drug application, and this process takes around 6 to 10 months to make a decision. In cases where FDA determines that a drug is effective and safe, it is necessary to work with the applicant to develop and refine prescribed information. Even though clinical trials provide important information on a drug's safety and efficacy, the true picture of a product safety actually evolves over the months and even after years in the marketplace. FDA has several programs that allow manufacturers, health professionals, and consumers to report problems associated with approved drugs. MedWatch and MedSun are the examples where the consumer or developer can report a problem with a drug. This was just a little introductory lecture related to pharmaceutical industries. In upcoming lectures, we will cover all the important aspects of the production of licensed medicines, including primary and secondary production of new chemical entities, what type of technologies are used in the packaging of finished medicine, design and facilities services means planning for a pilot plant, special requirements for the development and manufacturing of pharmaceutical industries, cleaning, maintenance, etc. Regulatory affairs, quality controls, regulatory authorities, procedure for drug approval, post-market surveillance, evaluation, and the concepts of good manufacturing practices are also covered in this module. That's all for today's lecture. Hope we will interact with each other again in upcoming lectures. You can catch us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, WhatsApp, and LinkedIn. Thank you for watching this.